What's up? Wrestling vs. Family. The Samoan werewolf is on the hunt, and Brock Lesnar is the target. Jacob Fatu just made his shocking return to SmackDown with one mission: find the Beast incarnate, and he issued a warning that has the entire WWE universe on edge. Hit subscribe now because this collision course is about to shake WWE to its core. Jacob Fatu is back, and he's hunting the most dangerous man in WWE. The Samoan werewolf versus the Beast incarnate. This isn't just another wrestling rivalry, this is a clash of titans that promises absolute destruction. Let's break down Jacob's terrifying return, his chilling warning, and what this means for the future of WWE. Before we dive into this explosive situation, let's talk about Jacob Fatu and why his return is such a massive deal. Jacob Fatu is part of wrestling royalty, the legendary Anoa'i family that's given us The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and countless other legends. But Jacob has carved his own path with a unique combination of power, agility, and pure intensity. What makes Jacob Fatu so special is that he moves like nobody his size should be able to move. We're talking about a nearly 300-pound man doing moonsaults, suicide dives, and high-flying moves that would make cruiserweights jealous. Combine that athleticism with devastating power moves and a mean streak, and you have one of the most dangerous competitors in wrestling. Jacob's reputation precedes him. He's been destroying opponents everywhere he's competed, earning the nickname, the Samoan werewolf, for his relentless, animalistic approach to wrestling. When Jacob Fatu enters the ring, someone is getting hurt. His matches are wars, his presence is intimidating, and his track record speaks for itself. Now let's talk about the man Jacob is hunting, Brock Lesnar. The Beast incarnate needs no introduction. Former UFC heavyweight champion, multiple-time WWE champion, the man who conquered The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, and arguably the most legitimate tough guy in WWE history. Brock Lesnar is the final boss of professional wrestling. But here's what makes this hunt so fascinating: Jacob Fatu isn't intimidated by Brock's reputation. Most wrestlers approach Lesnar with fear and respect, knowing his capabilities. Jacob Fatu. He's approaching with confidence and bad intentions. The Samoan werewolf believes he can take down the Beast, and that belief is what makes this so compelling. The return happened on SmackDown in the most intense way possible. The show was progressing normally when suddenly the lights dimmed and unfamiliar music hit. The crowd erupted because they knew something big was happening. When Jacob Fatu walked out onto that stage, the energy in the arena shifted immediately. Jacob didn't come out smiling or waving to fans. He walked to the ring with purpose, intensity burning in his eyes, and the look of someone on a mission. He grabbed a microphone, and the crowd fell silent, hanging on every word he was about to say. What came next sent shockwaves through WWE. Jacob's promo was absolutely chilling. He talked about returning to WWE for one reason and one reason only: to hunt down Brock Lesnar. He called out the Beast incarnate by name, challenging him to show his face. The intensity in Jacob's voice made it clear this wasn't about championships or glory, this was personal. Fatu explained that he's tired of hearing about Brock Lesnar being unbeatable, about him being the most dominant force in WWE. Jacob claimed that the Anoa'i family has always been the true royalty of wrestling, and he's here to prove that a Samoan werewolf is more dangerous than any beast. The challenge was laid down with conviction. But the truly terrifying part came when Jacob issued his warning. He looked directly into the camera and told Brock Lesnar that he's coming for him, that there's nowhere to hide, and that when they finally meet, only one man will walk away. The cold certainty in Jacob's voice gave everyone chills. This wasn't trash talk. This was a promise. Jacob continued, saying that he's been watching Brock dominate WWE for years, and he's studied every move, every weakness, every pattern. He claims he knows exactly how to defeat the Beast, and he's going to expose Brock Lesnar as mortal. The confidence wasn't arrogance, it was genuine belief backed by incredible ability. The most intense moment came when Jacob demonstrated his intentions. He called out a local competitor to the ring, someone to serve as a stand-in for Brock. What followed was an absolute destruction. Jacob hit a devastating Samoan spike, followed by a top rope moonsault that shook the entire ring. The message was clear and brutal. Jacob stood over the fallen opponent and told Brock, "This is your future. This is what's waiting for you. The hunt has begun, and I won't stop until the beast is conquered. He dropped the microphone and walked out, leaving destruction in his wake and the WWE universe buzzing with anticipation. Social media absolutely exploded after this segment. Jacob Fatu and Brock Lesnar were both trending worldwide. Wrestling fans were debating who would win, sharing clips of both men's most devastating moments, and speculating about when this confrontation would happen. The engagement was through the roof. Let's analyze why this setup is absolutely brilliant. First, you have two legitimate badasses on a collision course. Jacob Fatu and Brock Lesnar are both known for their real toughness and legitimate fighting abilities. This isn't choreographed dancing. This would be a genuine fight between two of the toughest men in wrestling. Second, the styles match up perfectly. Brock's amateur wrestling background and explosive power versus Jacob's hybrid style of power and agility. You have the Beast's suplexes versus the Samoan Werewolf's high-flying attacks. The contrast in approaches makes the potential match incredibly intriguing. Third, the family legacy adds layers. Jacob representing the Anoa dynasty versus Brock, who's created his own legendary status. There's an unspoken element of proving which bloodline is truly supreme. That adds emotional weight beyond just two guys fighting. Fourth, both men have legitimate credibility. Jacob has destroyed everyone he's faced, and Brock's resume speaks for itself. When these two clash, nobody can confidently predict the outcome. That uncertainty creates genuine suspense and excitement. The warning Jacob issued raises the stakes tremendously. He didn't just challenge Brock to a match, he declared a hunt. That means we could see confrontations backstage, surprise attacks, mind games, and building tension before they ever officially meet in the ring. That long-term storytelling creates sustained interest. From a business perspective, this is a dream matchup for WWE. Both men are massive draws who generate mainstream attention. A Brock Lesnar match is automatically a premium event, and Jacob Fatu's rising star power adds fresh energy to that formula. This match could headline any major show. The potential for this feud is enormous. Imagine the video packages showing Jacob stalking Brock backstage. The near misses where they almost confront each other. The mind games and psychological warfare. All of this builds anticipation until the eventual collision, which will feel like the most important match in wrestling. Think about the actual match possibilities. A straight-up singles match would be incredible, but imagine the stipulations they could add. No disqualification. Falls count anywhere. Steel cage to contain the violence. Every option sounds amazing because of who's involved. The promo battles leading up to their match would be must-see television. Brock doesn't talk much, but when he does, it's impactful. Jacob has proven he can deliver intense promos. The verbal warfare between these two alpha males would create incredible television moments. The physicality would be off the charts. Neither man would hold back or work a safe style. We'd see genuine hard-hitting action that makes everything feel real and dangerous. Wrestling fans crave that authenticity, and these two would absolutely deliver it. From a roster perspective, this feud benefits everyone. While Jacob is focused on hunting Brock, other storylines can develop. When they finally meet, the attention on that match elevates the entire show. Big feuds create rising tides that lift all boats. The international appeal is significant too. The Anoa family has fans worldwide, and Brock Lesnar is a global superstar. This matchup would draw attention from wrestling fans everywhere, casual sports fans, and mainstream media. That crossover appeal is invaluable. Championship implications could be added. If either man holds a title, that raises the stakes even higher. But honestly, this feud doesn't need championships to feel important. The clash of titans is enough. Sometimes the best stories are about pride, respect, and proving supremacy. The training both men would undergo for this match would be intense. Jacob preparing to face the biggest challenge of his career. Brock preparing for someone who doesn't fit the typical mold of his opponents. That dedication to preparation shows in match quality. Historical context makes this even more special. Brock has faced legends and current stars, but Jacob Fatu represents something different. A hungry, younger talent from wrestling royalty coming to dethrone the established final boss. That's classic wrestling storytelling. The crowd reactions would be absolutely electric. Imagine the dueling chants. The anticipation before the bell rings. The gasps at every near fall. The atmosphere for this match would be incredible because fans understand they're watching something special. The aftermath possibilities are equally compelling. If Jacob wins, he becomes the man who conquered the beast. If Brock wins, he proves once again that nobody can beat him. Either outcome creates new storytelling opportunities and elevates whoever emerges victorious. The respect factor is important too. These are two professionals at the top of their game. The mutual respect between competitors creates better matches because both are trying to prove themselves against worthy opposition. That competitive fire enhances everything. Looking at WrestleMania implications, this could absolutely main event the biggest show of the year. The build-up from now until WrestleMania would be incredible. The anticipation would reach fever pitch. This is exactly the type of dream match that WrestleMania was made for. The Royal Rumble becomes interesting too. Will both men enter? Will Jacob try to eliminate Brock to send a message? Or will Brock eliminate Jacob to show dominance? The Rumble match provides opportunities for their rivalry to develop in unique ways. Merchandise opportunities are significant. Jacob Fatu shirts with "The Hunt is On" slogans. Brock Lesnar countering with "Unstoppable Beast" merchandise. Fans love to representative their favorites during big feuds, and this one would generate serious sales. The physical contrast makes for compelling visuals. Both are massive men, but they carry their size differently. The photo opportunities from their confrontations would be poster-worthy. These iconic images become part of WWE's visual history. Veteran wrestlers and legends would absolutely be talking about this match. Social media would be full of current and former stars giving their predictions and sharing their excitement. That buzz from the wrestling community adds legitimacy and broader interest. The unpredictability factor is crucial. With most Brock matches, there's an expectation of suplexes and F5s. But Jacob's diverse moveset means we could see anything. That unpredictability keeps fans engaged because they genuinely don't know what to expect. The stakes feel real because both men's reputations are on the line. Brock's aura of invincibility. Jacob's claim of being the most dangerous Samoan. These aren't just talking points. They're core to both men's identities. That makes the outcome genuinely matter. The longevity potential is significant. Even after their first match, the rivalry could continue with rematches and different stipulations. Great rivalries aren't one and done. They develop over time with multiple chapters. This has potential to be a years-long saga. The intensity both men bring ensures this won't be a boring technical showcase, it'll be a war. Fans want to see these two particular performers beat the hell out of each other. That's what their styles promise, and that's what would deliver. The mainstream media attention would be substantial. Brock's crossover fame combined with the compelling storyline would generate coverage beyond wrestling media. That mainstream attention is valuable for WWE's brand and reaches new potential fans. Alright, wrestling vs. family, we need your predictions. Who wins when Jacob Fatu and Brock Lesnar finally collide? Can the Samoan werewolf take down the beast? What stipulations should their match have? Drop all your thoughts, predictions, and dream scenarios in the comments. If you're as hyped for this potential matchup as we are, smash that like button. Subscribe to Wrestling Verse for continued coverage as this hunt develops. Turn on notifications because we'll be tracking every confrontation, every warning, and every development in this incredible rivalry. Share this video with wrestling fans who love hard-hitting action. Share it with people who appreciate dream matches. Jacob Fatu hunting Brock Lesnar is the kind of storyline that makes wrestling special, and everyone needs to know about it. Thank you for being part of this amazing community. I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue following this hunt and all the incredible moments in WWE. Until next time, the hunt is on. This is Wrestling Verse, and the Samoan werewolf is coming for the beast. Peace out.